Fighting games have a storied history, with a dictionary worth of jargon, countless in-jokes, and memorable moments. The genre has developed solid archetypes for games that share innate qualities like 2D and 3D fighters, air dashers, arena brawlers, or platform fighters. These archetypes also exist for characters within those games, like rushdown characters, the zoner, or the grappler. New entries in the fighting game space will often use these archetypes as their base, not only because they are excellent designs, but because it plays into the shared history of fighting games. If you know who Guile is, or what a charge character typically does, you can understand pretty quickly what this dude is gonna do. Some of these are incidental similarities, of course, but the fighting game genre is filled with Easter eggs and references to other characters and series. Fantasy Strike is a game that really embraces the shared fighting game history and incorporates a ton of references and homages. Sterling Games has offered something new while giving a sage nod to those in the know. Some of these character references are more obvious than others. Ahem. While others synthesize references from several games, which can make for a unique twist on a classic archetype. I'm Mr. MKL, and let's check out some of my favorite fighting game homages in Fantasy Strike. Geiger, is a great example of the direct reference. You can draw a straight line from his toolkit right to Street Fighter's Guile. His attacks are echoes of several of Guile's hallmark moves. Sonic booms are replaced with gears, but he retains a very similar flash kick. Heck, Geiger even has the Moonsault Slash, a move that belongs to Guile's BFF Charlie, or Nash. Charlie, Nash, Chash, Gnarly, definitely, okay, BFF Gnarly. Anyways, just to drive the reference home, if you know some of that Street Fighter lore. Rook is another character with a pretty clear lineage. I think the big rock dude and the Russian bear man go to the same gym. There's no dizzy mechanic in Fantasy Strike, but landing Rook's head crusher can give you that same dopamine rush. Rook isn't just a slow-walking Street Fighter reference though. You can see shades of Guilty Gear's Potemkin in his moveset as well. Speaking of Guilty Gear, if you're a fan of Slayer, you may want to check out DeGray. The dandy step, counterpoint step connection is right in your face, but you can also see it with 8A and 8D, as well as in Final Arbiter and Dead on Time. Here's a fun bonus fact. DeGray's forward A actually used to be a clear nod to Slayer as well, but was changed at some point in development to the one we have today. Maybe it was a little bit too on the nose. Okay, I admit, as a Sakura main in Street Fighter 4, I'm kind of ashamed to say that it took me so long to recognize the connection to Jaina. Upon further inspection, this is a Shuken. She even has the charged fireballs. I always associated Jaina with Ken instead, probably because of the Flaming Dragon Punch and the Shin Shoryuken, but I guess there's more similarities than that though. Maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into this one. It isn't always a reference, right? You're bound to have some similarities when characters are based on similar source material. I mean, a ninja girl is gonna kinda look like this. She's gonna probably throw kunais. And slide. And do this though? Right? Alright, I'm definitely reading too much into this one, but the first time I saw Valerie do, I instantly thought Zero doing. Okay, if you think that's a stretch, there's at least a case to be made for Valerie being a small homage to Milia from Guilty Gear, what with these hula hoops, and a big homage to Karen from Street Fighter. Think, they're both brash, blonde women fighters, both Rekka characters. Just look at these Rekka follow-ups. I definitely see a resemblance. Those were just a few of my favorite references that I managed to spot in Fantasy Strike. I hope game makers continue to appreciate and acknowledge the fighting game history in this kind of way. We all stand on the shoulders of giants after all. There are so many more homages in Fantasy Strike though, and I likely missed your favorite one. So let me know which ones you like best in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, hit the like and subscribe button for more. Stay safe everyone, I'll see you in the bracket.